Today, we are interviewing representatives from these selected organizations to learn more about the different types of information that are gathered and disseminated by an organization.
Did you know that a government agency is a permanent or semi-permanent organization within a national or state government? These organizations are in charge of supervising or managing a certain industry, subjects, or research area. Despite the fact that the majority of government organizations are supposed to be apolitical, the focus and objectives of their work may change depending on which political party controls the majority of elected officials. Numerous governmental organizations' operations are regulated by law. Agency may collaborate with other agencies or non-governmental organizations individually or together on their assigned tasks. I will give you some of the examples of government agencies. The Department of Labor and Employment, Department of Trade Industry, Department of Finance, Department of Foreign Affairs, Department of National Defense, Department of Health, and many more. The purpose of government agencies and other organizations responsible for funding and conducting research and development are called on to pursue more aggressively the broad practical application of new technologies that offer significantly enhanced productivity and performance in the building-related industries. Several central government agencies are involved with the development of policies and the monitoring of local governments. Their roles range from strategic development and policy regulations and monitoring to handling complaints about the activities and operations of local government.
Ever since we were young, we have been to school and academic institutions that are self-contained, such as universities or colleges, with their own set of rules and business processes. These are the people working for academic institutions: teachers, lecturers, researchers, scholars, professors, head teachers, principals, school administrators, supervisors, counselors, school psychologists, school health personnel, librarians, or educational media specialists, curriculum developers, inspectors, local, regional, and national education administrators, and many more. This is the purpose of academic institutions. It increases awareness among students, faculty, and staff, assess the institution's curriculum, entry and exit testing, collect data for research or course and curriculum adoption, select students in advance for a specific course program.
Did you know that private organization is partnership with corporation, person, and agency, which is not operation by profile public bodies, including all businesses are non-profit that are not governmental owned by operations. Additionally, a private organization can be non-federal bodies that is self-sustained and established on federal properties by people who are not acting in federal government capacity. And don't forget that companies or corporations that are run in the governments are run in public sectors. Charities and other forms of non-profits are working within the voluntary sectors. For instance, a private organization functions in an army installation as long as it was written performance installation of a commander. POS are not considered federal entities, are not worth to be used in any private sector employees, workers to individual businesses, owners, corporation, and other non-governmental agencies. Job employees, those manufacturing, financial service, professions, hospitality, and non-governmental positions. Working are paid with part of company's profits. Private sector's workers tend to have more pay increase, more career choices, greater opportunities for more promotions, less job securities, and less comprehensive benefits of plants and public sector workers. Working in a more competitive marketplace often means longer hours and more demanding environment that works for the government.
Moving on, we're going to interview someone from a government agency. Next, we're going to interview someone from a private organization.
Good day po, ma'am. Thank you for the time for meeting with us today po. Before I start with the interview, may I ask how are you today?
Okay, good evening to all. I'm good. No, even though busy sa work, but still I have the time to manage and of course to respond, to your invitation for the interview. And it's my pleasure to also share my knowledge on the field of my work. Yan.
Thank you po, ma'am. May I ask for your name po, ma'am?
Sige, I am Angelique Blasquez Panya. Yan.
Why did you choose working in DSWD even though there are many other professions po?
I am a social worker by profession. So as a social worker, it is my desire to work with a department which is appropriate for my position as a welfare agency. So I would say that DSWD is the home for social workers. So that is why I choose to work in DSWD because I know the diversity of the mandated functions of the SWD as a social welfare. So as a social worker, I think this is the best agency for me where I can exercise my gained knowledge during my college years. So yun.
So how long have you been working in the SWD po?
Okay, it's been a long time that I am connected with the SWD since 2009. So yun, medyo long years na. And I think it's more than 12 years na I am working with the SWD. And I started in year 2009.
So it's been a long time po, ma'am, for you to work that.
Yeah.
So how long have you worked in your current profession?
Okay. I graduated way back 2002. So it's been 20 years, because it's 2022. Because right after graduation, of course, I reviewed for the board exam. And yung board exam is June 2002. And then right after that, I passed the board exam. So I looked for a job and I landed with a center-based na function ng isang social worker. I am a center social worker handling drug dependence na mga clients. I work with a drug rehabilitation center, at the same time counseling home. And yun, before I work with the SWD, I have been into siguro tatlong NGOs. Isa na yung rehabilitation center and counseling home, and then second yung working with a project partner of World Vision International, also a social worker. And also I work with an orphanage, Livingstone's orphanage, where I also manage cases of children who are abandoned and neglected. So yun, medyo tagal na rin na involved into social work functions and yun, being a social worker.
Thank you po, ma'am.
And by the way pala, I work in the SWD. I am assigned at the Disaster Response Management Division. So yun, one of our functions is yun, we implement programs related to disaster. So diretsuhin ko na lang sa number 7, what kind of information we are gathering or shared by the division. So as assigned in the Disaster Response Management Division, we have to implement programs no related to disaster. So these are disaster mitigation activities wherein we implement climate change adaptation and mitigation activities. Kami yung nagmamanage doon on how we mitigate the impact of disaster. No, these are activities like tree planting, no, mga canal declogging, and also tree growing, and even mangrove planting, no, basta lahat ng mga activities related to climate change, we are implementing it. And also we implement disaster preparedness measures wherein we promote or have a campaign, no, information dissemination on what are we going to do no during or before no disaster, what are the preparedness measures, no, even to the families in the community. We taught them on what they are going to do no during disaster. And also we implement disaster response, meaning if there are disaster occurrences or incidents, CDSWD as the lead agency in food distribution or relief distribution, and also the camp coordination and camp management doon sa mga evacuation centers, and also implementing mga programs no na related doon no sa response. And also we implement programs yung rehabilitation and recovery wherein we facilitate no the request of our partner LGUs, yung who are the families no needing shelter, no, meaning yung mga houses no na kailanganin nila, and kami yung nagfa-facilitate on how we are going to provide them a shelter no, lalo na sa mga families affected. So basically lahat yun na functions ng division namin no is delivered no, of course with dignity and passion doon sa work na we are mandated to do. And the significance no of this information no sa individual, it is really no a significant or a vital no function of the division where I belong, because these are the social services no that aims to save no people's lives, and at the same time wanted to really inform or disseminate information related to disaster so that we can mitigate no or even lessen no the impact of the disaster in our communities, considering that nowadays we are expecting no different or high magnitude of disasters. Iba na ngayon yung sitwasyon natin compared before because of one is the effect of the climate change no in our community, specifically here in Davao Region. So ang scope of work namin is whole Davao Region. So if we say whole of Davao Region, we covered yung 5 provinces and yun Davao City no as a whole. So yun, importante ito because this is our means also of generating no funds, and yung reports na ginagather ni DSWD is a means of, kumbaga equivalent niyan is funds for us to implement our programs no under our division effectively and efficiently. Yan. So parang diretso na, what types, okay lang ba? Diretsuin ko na lang.
Yes po, ma'am. Thank you po.
What types of information no are gathered by the organization? So as I have said, no, those information related to disaster, no, mapa-preparedness man yan siya, ma-mitigation or rehab and recovery or even response. No, we gather information such as how many families are affected, how many individuals, or what are the municipalities or barangays or provinces that are affected, na would be our baseline in interpreting data on how the DSWD can deliver effectively all the mandated programs and services by laws, no, the Republic Act 10121, no, in which all the programs, no, DSWD is involved, no, in all the program implementation under that law. So yun. Sige. Baka may tanong no na kailangan ninyo ng information.
So, thank you po, ma'am. Thank you for you po, Ma'am Angelique, and to all the people who work in the SWD po, and also the DSWD for helping people during in needs and during disasters po. For the last question po, ma'am, do you have any advice or messages for people who want to work in your profession?
Okay. As a social worker, no, if I may ask, no, do you have any idea on the social work profession? Na ba kayo? Nakadinig na kayo ng social work or social worker? Or this is your first time? Kayo, na ba kayo? Nakarinig na kayo?
Yes po, it's all about helping people talaga po in needs.
Okay, sige. So, my advice, no, to those, siguro kayo as students, no, why to have this kind of profession is that importante that you have a passion to help, no, kay that would gauge on how dedicated you are in serving the people, especially those who are people in need. No, kasi the social work profession, no, aims, no, yung pinaka hugot niyan, no, ng social work profession is the aim of helping the individual or even the family or the community, no, enhance their social functioning. No, that is why the social work profession needs to have a passion, a dedication, and a love, no, to serve the people who are in need. So as you go along the way, itong profession na to, you will really know, no, you know or even understand no, bakit nagkaganito yung isang tao, no, bakit nagkaganyan ang isang family. Because sa social work profession, we gather information that would really help us, no, as a social worker, that would really help us in determining how we can help, no, the people who are in crisis situation. So bottom line is your passion, no, and your dedication to help those people who are in need. So yun siya.
So yun lang po lahat, ma'am. Thank you so much po. It was a
Okay.
pleasure talking with you po, ma'am. Thank you for your time po and have a great day.
Oh yeah, thank you also for inviting me, no, to also, and siguro, no, mas you will be inspired, no, of studying hard and pursuing, no, your dreams. Congratulations for this interview. Thank you.
Hi ma'am, I am Kim Lagarto from JMC. My group mates and I have decided to interview you for our MIL. Is that okay with you, ma'am?
Yeah, no problem.
Anyway, I'll ask you few basic questions lang po, so please don't worry. Can you give us more information about yourself, ma'am?
So basically, your interview will be on about my company, about my work, or
Absolutely, ma'am.
okay. Anyway, I'm Lagarto, and I am working with Marketing Arm International. It is a chemical company based in Florida, USA. But recently, I am covering Philippines as a country manager, so I deal with our partners here, with the distributor, and I'm assisting our partners both in technical and sales.
So, why did you choose marketing over other professions, ma'am?
Actually, marketing is not my profession. It is just actually a job when I joined the company. But I'm not only handling the marketing, I am also handling the technical. So, but basically, marketing, of course, because we are with the sales, so definitely we also working on the marketing side. So, since I joined a chemical company, although I'm handling the technical, still I'm helping the marketing side.
So, how long have you been in the industry?
In the industry, actually I joined before. I was with local company here in the Philippines, so same nature of work. And then lately I joined this company, the Marketing Arm International, since 2016 up to now, and maybe more years to come.
How long have you worked in your current profession?
Well, as a plant pathologist, maybe, although I'm working on the marketing and the technical, but still it's still related to my profession, considering that our company is a chemical company, are still with the agriculture. So after graduation, actually I
Started working with it.
I think since 1999 to present, so still related to my profession.
What specific department are you working in, although you have studied macro?
Before right after my graduation, I used to work in the research department. And then when I joined the chemical company, so I'm handling the technical and both the technical and the sales. So, but with my current position, I'm just working with our partners. So I'm just assisting, not necessarily handling the client or the plantation, but I am just assisting because they have their staff doing the job for the company.
What kind of information is gathered and shared by the organization, and what is the significance of this information to you as an individual?
Okay, let's say the case of Marketing Arm, our company actually gathered or giving?
Gathered.
Okay.
Gathered.
So we used to gather, let's say, we need to identify the possible problems of our clients, because our main client are the plantations. So we have the pineapples, the banana. So we need to know, basically, we need to know what's the problem, what's the need of the company. That because chemical company also is a partner of the plantation.
So you have many clients here in Mindanao, right? Because of the plantations and all.
Yes, and we are actually complementary. So we are complementing each other. we cannot we actually plantation is one of our big clients. So although there are some what do you call this, the general trade, but our big market is the plantation.
What types of information are gathered by the organization?
The types, so we need to gather information like what's particular diseases occurring in the farm, so that we can suggest possible control. Although you cannot totally control the disease, but at least we can manage with the help of pesticides like that. And then we need to know also the program by the company. We need to know aside from the program, the problem, what are the pesticides that they are currently using also, because there might be what do you call this, resistance that is happening in the farm, that might not be some pesticides that they've been using is no longer effective, so they need to substitute or use new active ingredient, new AI, new products. Yeah, so but still going back to research, so we need to identify problem.
If there's like someone watching us who wants to have the same profession as you, do you have any message or advice for those people?
Who?
For the viewers who wants to have the same profession as you.
Okay. Yes, actually, since I'm a plant pathologist, we are actually what they call this. We are actually encouraging those incoming college students. Actually, we have program also by the Philippine Phytopathological Society, and we are giving also scholarship to help those who are interested to take agriculture, particularly plant pathology major. We can provide also some scholarship sponsored by the Philippine Phytopathological Society of the Philippines, and of course with that what do you call this, with that profession, there are a lot of opportunities waiting where we can help also our farmers, big companies also, particularly in the field of agriculture. So by then, this is really a big help to our nation.
So that's all, ma'am. Thank you for your time.
Based on the information gathered from the interviewees, the interview that helped us the most in gathering data is not interviewee number 1, an employee from DSWD. Why? Because the things that you told us helped us answer most or even all of the questions. Not only that, but it also inspired us to learn more about the things that are related to our organization.